Rediyon mu freedom warakar talakawa, 'yancin faɗi da kanka na tashar nan ta kowa. Rediyon mu
freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom.
Freedom Radio.
This is Freedom Global News.
Nigerian Railway Corporation resumes operations at Kaduna-Abuja Railway. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to arrest Kano APC senatorial candidate.
Freedom Global.
President Muhammadu Buhari laments efforts of the economic community of West African states leaders. And on the foreign scene, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa awaits an ANC panel decision on his fate.
This is Freedom Global News. This is Freedom Global News.
Good evening, you're listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. My name is Zara Sanna. Today is the 5th of December 2022, and now the news in full. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has resumed operations at the Kaduna-Abuja Railway 8 months after they were suspended. In March, Boko Haram attacked a passenger train along the route, leading to deaths, abduction, and injuries to the passengers. The NRC, in the wake of the attack, suspended the service with the abducted persons released piecemeal. Today, operations resumed with the first train leaving the Rigasa train station in Kaduna to Abuja by 8 a.m. The first train also departed the Idu train station in Abuja to Kaduna State by 9:45 a.m. The Kaduna-Abuja bound train arrived at the Idu train station exactly at 10:22 a.m. There was a low turnout of passengers, which was owing largely to the short resumption notice, while security presence was high. Some of the security operatives who spoke to reporters assured of passenger safety, while officials of the NRC re-echoed the same thing. Before the resumption of the services, the federal government and security agencies put several measures in place to ensure the safety of the passengers. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has ordered immediate deployment of armed officials drawn from the Police Mobile Force K9, Force Intelligence Bureau, Explosive Ordnance Unit, and the Railway Police Command for the commencement of railway services along Abuja-Kaduna rail lines. The force spokesperson, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, revealed in a statement. Adejobi noted that Baba assured the general public, especially intending passengers, of adequate protection of lives and property, adding that all hands are on deck to fortify the railway services along the route and other rail lines across the country. The deployment, according to the NPF, covers major railway stations along the route and operational coaches to provide adequate security for passengers, their property, and the entire service in order to prevent any unforeseen incidents. President Muhammadu Buhari has lamented that despite the efforts of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, leaders towards deepening democracy, the region has suffered some unpleasant setbacks. The president stated this in Abuja in his welcome address at the 62nd Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. He said, regrettably, some of the gains, especially in fully democratizing the governance space, they have faced and continue to face severe challenging threats from unconstitutional change of government, as witnessed in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea. He therefore called on the new management team at the ECOWAS Commission, led by Dr. Umar Aliyu Toure, to complete the review and harmonization of ongoing reforms aimed at strengthening the sub-regional body. Buhari, while welcoming his fellow regional leaders, said this year's summit was the 8th that Nigeria under his leadership had hosted. On sports, Super Eagles forward Victor Osimhen has told club side Napoli he needs a new personal trainer to help improve his game. Muhammad Sani Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
Victor Osimhen has enjoyed a fine campaign with the Italian Serie A club, despite missing out for around a month as a result of injury. The 23-year-old has scored 10 goals and provided 3 assists in 14 appearances across all competitions for Napoli this term. In another update, Paris Saint-Germain striker Kylian Mbappe says he is prepared both physically and mentally to help France win the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. France cruised into the quarterfinals in Qatar after defeating Poland 3-1 in yesterday's round of 16 clash. Similarly, England manager Gareth Southgate has showered praises on his players following the 3-0 win against Senegal last night. The Three Lions outplayed the African champions in this year's FIFA World Cup round of 16 contest. Southgate's side will now face holders France in the quarterfinal on Saturday. Meanwhile, Raheem Sterling has left the England World Cup squad in Qatar and returned London after his home was burgled. Sterling, who had started 2 of the Three Lions 3 games at the World Cup, missed England 3-0 win over Senegal in the last 16. Syria police said the occupant returned home on Saturday evening and found jewelry and watches had been taken, but no threat of violence were involved. Muhammad Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com, or call us through this number, 082444 Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has launched a manhunt for the arrest of Kano's central senatorial candidate under the ruling All Progressive Congress, Abdul Karim Abdulsalam Zawra, popularly called AA Zawra. EFCC counsel Ahmed Roga disclosed this to reporters today at the resumption of the criminal trial of $1.3 million slammed on AA Zawra at the Federal High Court sitting in Kano. Although the scheduled arraignment of the Kano-based politician could not hold because of the absence of the trial judge, who is said to be attending other national issues outside Kano, the EFCC lawyer declared that Zawra was supposed to report himself to the commission. On his part, counsel to the accused person, Ibrahim Waru, faulted the position of EFCC, insisting the commission did not possess any legal authority to arrest his client. When asked why Zawra refused to appear for arraignment, Waru said there was no need for him to appear since the court did not sit. The arraignment was adjourned to January 30th, 2023. Jigawa State Commissioner of Police, CP Effian Emmanuel Ekor, has distributed the sum of over 37 million naira to the families of 10 deceased officers that died on active service. The commissioner says that the money is part of a claim settlement, group life assurance, checks provided as part of support by Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba Usman. CP Emmanuel also advised the beneficiaries to use the money received in proper ways. For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic, here's the report.
Kano tomorrow morning is expected to have a clear sky and light wind at an average temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and later change to 21 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze. Katsina will experience a clear sky and light wind at an average temperature of 17 degrees Celsius and later change to 23 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze. Kaduna will have a clear sky and light wind at 17 degrees Celsius and later change to 23 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze. Abuja is expected to have a clear sky and light wind at 20 degrees Celsius and later increase to 27 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and light winds. Lagos will have a clear sky and light wind at 25 degrees Celsius and later give way to 27 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and light wind. Moving to Niger Republic, Maradi is expected to have a clear sky and a gentle breeze at an average temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and later increase to 24 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a moderate breeze. While Zenda will have a clear sky and a gentle breeze at 20 degrees Celsius and later give way to 24 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a moderate breeze. Here in Chati Mark, Freedom Radio.
On business, Abdurrahman Ado Baba has updates.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has ruled out the deadline extension for withdrawing old Naira notes from circulation. CBN has said that in October that the old Naira notice will cease to be legal tender from circulation on January 34th, 2023. This means from today, Monday, 5th December, the old notes have only 56 days. Meanwhile, Nigeria today signed a memorandum of understanding on defense cooperation with the Asian country, Vietnam. The signing of the MOU was the major highlight of the bilateral meeting between Vice President Yemi Osibanjo and his Vietnamese counterpart, Madame Vo Thi Anh Duong, at the Presidential Palace in Hanoi. In a statement issued by the media aides to the Vice President Lalu Akande, while Nigeria's ambassador to the Vietnam, Ambassador Hassan Adamu Mamani, signed for Nigeria, Vietnamese Deputy Minister of the National Defense, Senior Lieutenant General Hon Dun Cheng, signed on behalf of his country. Nigeria and Vietnam have also expressed determination to define their long-standing bilateral relation as both countries plan to work together more, particularly in the areas of digital economy, telecommunication, agriculture, economy, telecommunications, agriculture, and trade, among others, for the mutual benefit of the citizens. Abdurrahman Adu Baba, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's fate could be determined as the executive committee of the governing party meets to discuss allegations he may have committed misconduct and violated the oath of office. Abdulkarim Muhammad Abdulkarim reports.
A parliamentary inquiry which today's executive committee meeting will discuss relates to finding that the large sum of foreign currency were hidden at Ramaphosa's private game farm and he failed to report the money missing when it was stolen in 2020. Ramaphosa said on Sunday he will attend the meeting of the ANC National Executive Committee and will accept its decision. He has denied wrongdoing and has not been charged with any crimes. He said the stolen money was the proceeds of the sale of buffaloes and far less than the millions of dollars alleged when the theft came to light in June. Meanwhile, Sudan's military and civilian leaders signed today an initial deal aimed at ending a deep crisis caused by last year's military coup, prompting skeptical protesters to cry betrayal. Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan seized power in October 2021, derailing a rocky transition to civilian rule that began after the 2019 ouster of veteran autocrat Umar al-Bashir. The past year has seen near-weekly protests and a crackdown that pro-democracy medics say has killed at least 121, a spiraling economic crisis exacerbated by donors slashing funding and resurgence of ethnic violence in several remote regions. The deal was signed by Burhan, paramilitary commander Muhammad Hamdan Dagalo, and multiple civilian groups, most notably the Forces for Freedom and Change, the main civilian faction that was ousted in the coup. Abdulkarim Muhammad Abdulkarim, Freedom Radio.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's global news. But before we leave, highlights of our top stories. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has resumed operations at the Kaduna-Abuja Railway 8 months after they were suspended.